Hello everybody, welcome to Mic Drop here on the Comedy Trap House channel. I am Mike Mendez. I am joined by Zach Lyons, the director of music at songfinch.com. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well, sir. For those of you who are not familiar with Songfinch, we make personalized songs for people to give to their loved ones, their friends as gifts.
Cool. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the video. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list for songs about specific reasons, kind of to relate towards your company, the company you work at. I picked a list of songs that were written about a specific person, reason, event, stuff like that. And we're going to categorize them in a tier list. S tier being the absolute best songs that we would probably say is like the top of these songs, A, B, and C, subsequent down. And some of these songs, we didn't pick every single song that's about a specific topic, but I picked the ones that like I'm familiar with, and there's even one that you even informed me about that I didn't really know about, and that's the one we're gonna start with right now.
Cool.
So Erykah Badu's Tyrone. You mentioned this song to me a little bit before we started. What's the song about?
So this is basically a song about pack up your shit and move. I think that it could be compared to Beyonce's Irreplaceable, written by Neo.
Don't get mad at me, Beyonce fans.
No, it's all good. I mean, she's got so many bangers. But this song in particular really puts you in the place of her being fed up and telling this guy that he needs to call his boy and pack up his shit.
Pack up his shit and get out of here.
Yeah.
I listened to it before we got on, and I think I've heard it before, but I never really got the message of it.
Yeah.
So it kind of made a little bit more sense. Where do you think you would put this in S tier? S tier being like banger. I'm gonna bump this on the way home, stuff like that. A is like a song that you would love to like. If you hear it, you're not skipping it.
Right.
B is like a song that you would probably mention to somebody and like play it for them. C is just like, oh, I know that song. And then D is like, I'm not gonna listen to that.
All right, we recognize that it does belong in this conversation, but as far as replay value, it's going to be at the bottom of the list.
Bottom of the list.
Word.
Right. Would you say like a C or a D?
For Erykah Badu?
Yeah.
S. What?
S.
That's at the top. Stop.
Top?
No, that's if S stands for special, superb, one of those. It's that if you get that song in a karaoke bar, especially with a predominantly black crowd, man, it's going up. That's the one.
Up. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's my version of like Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Hey.
Or La Bamba.
Hey, as long as it has that sentiment, I mean that the song I think is bigger than the song itself. The feeling of it is a whole mood, if you will.
Mood, yeah. I think I might have to give it a few listens. I apologize for not listening to this song too much, but I think if I listen to it a couple more times, I might get into it.
Yeah, it's a special one, man.
Yeah. The next one though we got is about our old president that just couldn't get a second term. It's FDT, Fuck Donald Trump by YG. The first time I heard it was, I think, just on Instagram, and I was like, okay, like someone was gonna make this fucking song at some point. The fact that it was YG, I was like, okay, at least it's a banger. Yeah. Do you particularly like the song?
Yeah, no, I think it's special, and this song is not a song that needed to be very deep.
No.
We don't need to have super layered lyrics that you got to peel back that onion and then figure out, okay, so what was he really going
what
for
was
here?
He intending to say when he wrote this? Like,
No.
Cut straight to the point.
It's on the surface. It's right there. Fuck Donald Trump. This came at a time when everybody felt that way.
High tensions.
And there was not a lot of people who were actually putting that in their single and then pushing that at all of their shows. I mean, his performances were on CNN, MSNBC, obviously
there
Fox
was like
News.
Crazy footage of him doing this song live with like the crowd just screaming it, and I think that's an impact of a good song. Like whether it's like substantive or anything, like the fact that you have a crowd of people just chanting along with you, regardless of what the song is about, makes it at least a good song.
Yeah, and he had a mock Donald Trump on the stage with him. I remember when he came to Chicago, a lot of my boys were sending me videos of it. So that was just a moment in itself. He was being very fearless. Yes, this is a country where we have free speech, but to have the title of your song essentially "Fuck the President," I mean, that's That's what we need, especially
bold.
in hip hop, which is supposed to be an unapologetic genre. So
I think the only thing that is holding this song back, at least right now, is the fact that he's not the president anymore. Like if he was still going, I think this song would probably be like around A tier.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to it, you'd be like, you'd bob to it. But I think just because of the fact that he's gone already, and like he's still in the public eye, but not really running the country right now. I think for that reason, I'm gonna say B tier. What would you say?
So my last bit on this song is I feel like it needs to be juxtaposed next to Jeezy's "My President Is Black." Mm-hmm. That is basically the same intention, but it's a different message, and it was the presidency right before.
Right.
I think that both songs are important, that they needed to come out. I would not put FDT at an S. I think it goes for an A just because of the boss behind it.
Okay. All right.
And the impact
I don't mind putting it an A.
at the time. Shout out to YG. I think that a lot of us expected this kind of song to be coming from R.I.P. Nipsey. He was a lot more politically minded, and he had deeper lyrics and whatnot. And YG was making fun music or making music.
It's funny because I think this beat would fit Nipsey really, really well too.
Yeah, I mean Nipsey could definitely rap over it for sure. But shout out to YG. I think that he deserves his flowers for this one.
I think so too. All right, next up we got "Escape," the Pina Colada song. Now this song just kind of like of the catchy hook.
For sure.
But actually, this song, if you listen to the lyrics, it actually becomes a little bit more clear. But it's about him trying to cheat on his wife.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, that's new.
The lyric, "I was tired of my lady." I forgot the rest of it, but yeah, when you hear it, you'll kind of start to notice this.
Yeah.
He finds an ad in the paper to someone who he wants to cheat on with, and then he finds out that the lady has the same qualities. Once he meets up with the lady, he finds out it's his wife.
Oh, word.
Yeah. He finds out it's his wife. They have a laugh about it. They talk about damn, I didn't know you felt like this.
Dang.
So yeah. Now the caveat here is it's not about his wife. He actually saw the ad on paper, so I want to make sure this is pointed out.
Right.
He saw the ad on paper, so he wrote it specifically about that. And I think he just used his wife. I don't know if they had real problems or anything like that, but I think he used that as like a motivation to write the song.
Dive into the narrative, you'd be able to actually build the song out more.
Yeah.
So are they drinking pina coladas?
I think pina coladas is like the title. Do you like pina coladas?
Right.
And if you do, getting caught in the rain. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but that was the title of the ad. If you like pina coladas, come fuck me. I guess.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
Shout out. Hey, I support it.
And I still think this song on its own, without context, I think it's still bops. I think it's a song that pretty much anyone can at least recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think it breaks any barriers, but it is a nice pop song. It kind of has this theme of a happy sounding song that isn't necessarily happy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, just the sound itself, it absolutely has stood the test of time. The message that you told me, it kind of sounds like Tinder and Hinge against ahead of its time.
Yeah. Because so many temptations that you got now, not even that, just even Instagram by itself.
Right.
That alone gives people temptation and thoughts of cheating and stuff like that. So this song, I think, just kind of I don't want to say started it, but at least gave it a public eye.
Hey.
Yeah.
I support it.
And I still I don't go looking for this song, but I definitely if I heard it, I probably won't skip it.
Yeah.
So I think maybe A or B tier for me.
It's definitely not below B. As far as what we've been doing by the criteria so far, do we think that it has the same amount of impact on the level of Fuck Donald Trump?
Nah, probably not. It's not as I wouldn't say it's as impactful, but I think it's memorable. So I think we'll put it at B.
Okay.
I think
cool.
that's a good spot for it.
Cool. We're setting a little standard.
Still a little standard, kind of like figuring out what and where it goes.
Right.
I'll actually let you pick another song, see if which one you want to talk about.
Well, I see Mariah Carey over there. What's going on?
Carey, yeah, the Mariah Carey, "Obsessed," which was written about Eminem.
Yes.
Even had the extent of having a lookalike
in the video.
Which is like, that
was wild.
I didn't really realize it when it first came out. I think I was a little younger when it came out, but then like it became really, really obvious. Like, oh, it's about Eminem.
Yeah.
And it kind of like sparked my interest. Like, did they have a relationship? And then I like looked up the concert that Eminem had where he played a voicemail supposedly from Mariah Carey. Rome brought up Superman. It could be about Mariah. I don't necessarily know that, but
I mean, he's been name dropping her.
Yeah.
It definitely in his first 3 albums. So probably definitely Eminem show. I'm not sure if he was saying in Marshall Mathers LP, but
what he did have is a song about his wife. That I didn't put that in here, but Kim.
Yeah.
Now that song, oof, like I've never heard such a violent song in my life, but that one just knocked over. I didn't know that you can make a song like that.
Yeah.
Just basically talking about killing your wife as a song to like your daughter, because he's like talking to his daughter in the beginning, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That year was kind of crazy because I was introduced to that album. Mind you, I'm in like the 3rd grade. Introduced to Marshall Mathers LP and Chronic 2001.
Right.
Which had such an impact on just the hip hop, not just hip hop, but pop music landscape. I feel like rap music was definitely popular music at that time. And Eminem, when we talk about fearlessness with YG and Fuck Donald Trump, I mean, he was saying everything it was.
He had a song about George Bush, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, truly R-rated music, but unapologetic, and I think that-that's what we needed. So,
and just a little side note, I believe 2001, The Chronic, when that album came out, it made hip hop the dominant genre, because before that it was still like grunge and a little bit of rock and roll kind of stuff. But once that album came out, like hip hop took over, and it's 20. Like that came out in '99.
It came out in 99, yes sir.
So it came out in 99, and it's still, the hip hop's still the main like type of music right now. So it started a high standard. But back to Mariah Carey, what we were talking about. This song I think has like, it's a little bit of an earworm. Like specifically the chorus. Even if you don't know the context of the song, like you can still that kind of gives it a little bit of appeal. Even if you don't know the context, it's still a good song.
For sure.
I think
this was the Emancipation of Mimi.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fire album.
I think also what's on here, We Belong Together is on here.
Yeah, she set a crazy record with this. To just having I can't even specify what the record was, but she was killing it with this album. And I think that this song was special because Eminem always called people out. He was known for either just like fabricating stories or just saying something that sounded outlandish that you wouldn't expect him to say. But Mariah was always one that he would come back to, not just in songs, but interviews, roasting Nick Cannon.
Damn, I forgot about that.
So
didn't Nick Cannon try to do a diss song too?
I mean, he's just not as good of a rapper. Shout out, I support Nick Cannon. I mean, he's a phenomenal businessman and all that. But as far as this, like rapping, and there just wasn't a competition with him.
Night and day for those two.
It wasn't. But Mariah absolutely was a superstar. She's always been a superstar. She was killing it in the 90s and then continuing it in the 2000s. And for her to take the time to acknowledge, not directly say his name, but to clown him. I mean, there's not a lot of people who could
go after him
and have people laugh at the same degree that they're laughing at whoever Eminem's roasting.
It was her, like, kind of gave it a little bit more of a not credibility, but like it kind of gave people like, oh yeah, like that's funny. I think this song still has lasting power too, because like if you hear it right now, it's still good. I think it was like a TikTok song at some point, so it kind of skips generations and gravitates through generations, so anyone could probably listen to this. I'm gonna set it probably in the same standard as YG, as in like music wise, I wouldn't put it any lower than A unless you think it should go in S.
No, I think that it should go to A.
Yeah.
For sure. And what you were saying about TikTok, which makes me think of its sync value to the concept of why are you so obsessed with me. I can see a number of different scenes that could sync directly to that song, which would make the life of it last so much longer.
Yeah,
so
I think just having it like the chorus being the most catchy part gives it like a little bit more standing power where it will last forever. But speaking of lookalikes, we have another song here with a lookalike in the music video.
Oh,
which
my gracious.
I told you about a second ago is "Cry Me a River" by Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Now you didn't know this, but it was actually written about Britney Spears.
I did not know that.
I was reading an article about like when the song was made, and basically him and Timberland was in the studio. And he got off the phone. I don't know if it was with Britney or like with someone, but it was about her. And he was just mad. Like he was crazy mad. So him and Timberland then eventually made this song. Fast forward to the music video. There's a Britney Spears lookalike and just got people talking. She actually made a response song called Every Time. I don't know if you know that one.
Britney Spears.
Yeah. Britney Spears made a song. Have you ever seen Spring Breakers?
Yes.
You know the song
have.
that they sing, that Britney Spears songs when they're like covered in... insert that clip here.
Yeah.
And then that song was actually written like in response to this song.
Dang.
Yeah. So next time you hear that song, if you check it out, you'll be like, oh damn, now I got context.
Dang.
But this song, even without knowing it's about Britney Spears, the Timberland production on this, phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of I hate to say it, but I think it's one of Timberland's best beats.
Yeah.
Like, of all time. Justified was the album that broke him, like separated him from his NSYNC like background. And I actually probably would listen to this like right now, like a workout song or something, because it's not super slow, but it's also kind of like just really, really catchy.
Yeah. No, I think that this was a very special song. Not just from the aspect that it was about a particular relationship that was in the public eye. I mean, we were raised with Britney Spears and NSYNC, and then they both evolved from there. But I think that, and this is just my interpretation, this isn't confirmed, but I know a lot of this album, Justified, Pharrell had his fingerprints on. But this particular song was Timbaland. And then the following album,
basically all Pharrell.
Timbaland.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
The one with My Love, Future Sex Love Sounds. That was like largely Timbaland. Pharrell did have some stuff on there, but I feel like the sound and the success of this likely dictated, we've got this crazy chemistry. Why don't we just cook up a whole lot and then see what comes? And Future Sex Love Sounds was nuts. So
My Love is like a fucking banger.
Amazing. T.I. went crazy on that.
Oh yeah, T.I.'s verse.
So I think that based off of the intention of the song and then how it likely changed his sonic direction and then how much that would impact us, this song has got to be an A. If not,
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually gonna.
Hey, you can override me.
I'm gonna override you.
Go
I'm
ahead.
actually gonna put it in S.
Yeah.
I think out of every song, even the ones that we haven't mentioned yet, this is the one that I would bump first. Yeah. Maybe one other one that we haven't got to yet, but that one so far would be the first one that I would go to. All right, let's go to next up. We got Bob Dylan's Hurricane song. Now, this song is about the boxer Hurricane Carter.
Yes, sir.
You were telling me a little bit more. You probably know a little bit more about it, so you can describe who that is.
It's Reuben Hurricane Carter. He was a boxer. I do not have the particular time period. I think it was the 60s, but wrongly convicted of murder and I believe maybe rape.
I believe it was murder, but
I've seen the movie. It was a while ago, starring Denzel, but he was wrongly convicted. And this song is about basically the fact that he was innocent, but that he was the way he was perceived by the public eye. I mean, you think of the 60s, it was definitely a divisive, racist time period. Everybody was not super accepting in the middle, and this was a case that basically Dylan wanted to immortalize in a song.
I think he wrote this about 10 years later. I'm not familiar of when the false conviction like came through. I don't even know if he was let out at this point, but he knew about like the whole situation that was going on. So the fact that he like would make a song about this is kind of like, I don't know, kind of goes towards his character. I think it was like a really good song to make. Now it's mainly known for its catchy hook. I'm assuming I've heard this song in like movie trailers, but only the chorus part. So like when given the context, I think it's a more important song than on first glance. Lasting power. I mean, it's over like what is it? Over 60 years old. So or 50 years old. Sorry, I can't do math.
No, you're good.
But I think this song does fit pretty well. I think I'll probably categorize it in A.
It can't go any below
lower,
A.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
We're showing love to a bunch of these songs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have any that are going to be in the CD.
We'll find out. I think I can see one.
Oh man, I'm looking at. Okay, let's. I won't.
We'll talk about it. No, we won't. Actually, you know what? Let's go to that.
Man, I knew he was going to say Avril Lavigne.
Let's go to that one.
It's complicated, my brother.
It's complicated, yeah. Now, Avril Lavigne, we all know her, our pop punk princess, at least mine.
Hey, Skater Girl.
Skater Girl. That's actually a good song too. Skater Boy, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about It's Complicated.
Yeah.
Now, upon first listen, it does sound like a little bit of a generic kind of sound, like just why are people being posers? But she wrote this. She had help writing this, but she wrote this about her boyfriend at the time who would act different when they were alone opposed to when they were with their friends. Talking about him acting different, talking different, treating her different. And this song, I think, blew her up. This was before Skater Boy. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but the Avril Lavigne fans, don't come at me.
I was in middle school. That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right? The classic parody is just saying why you got to make me so constipated. I remember I think I like that little parody more. That's by Weird Al.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny. I love Weird Al.
Hey.
Weird Al, like, you know what's funny? This is good. I heard Eat It before I heard Beat It.
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
I don't even know how that's possible.
Let me tell you, I was growing up. The internet was a new thing.
Yeah.
Someone told me about Weird Al, and then I heard that song, and then I knew Bad, and I knew like Michael Jackson's Bad already.
Right.
And I knew he had a song called Fat.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, there's a song, whatever. And then later I found out, I'm like, wow, I don't deserve to be in music at all.
It's all good.
But again, I'm a little younger, so whatever. But this specific song is complicated. What do you think about this song?
I mean, I think it's a strong song. She's definitely emoting very well in it. It's super relatable. At the time that it came out, it really embodied a whole lot of that teenage angst.
Especially from like a young girl's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, you also kind of preface the shift in popular music around there where hip hop was really becoming more dominant. But, emo and that pop punk sound was still existing, and you had your Sum 41, Taking Back Sunday, Bowling for Soup, all that stuff, and I think that she was holding it down as far as
for the women,
female vocalists for sure.
I think because of her, it directly led to like Paramore, the band, and not like
Haley Williams.
Yeah, Haley Williams. Yeah. I think she like kind of made a lane for other like girls that didn't really make this type of music, and that like kind of wanted to, and they're like, oh, we can make stuff like this. Yeah. That being said, not my favorite song. I probably wouldn't listen to it. For making this video, it was the most I've listened to that song in years.
Damn, I think that just defines it as a D.
So yeah, unfortunately, I will put it in D. Damn. I'm not saying it's a bad song. What I'm saying is I probably wouldn't listen to it, and it's in the lower of the rest of these.
I mean, if you have to compare it to its competition, it's going to be
very low.
Yeah, there you go.
Next up is another one that you brought up to me.
Man.
Kanye West's Big Brother. Now, the song is written for Jay-Z or about Jay-Z? Same thing.
I think that it is probably more about Jay-Z than for Jay-Z, but this is his third album. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. I believe this is the last song on the album. Maybe he put out a deluxe and there was more songs, but I think there was 13 songs on the album and this was the last one. And this was basically, it was going a little bit further than the monologue that he had at the end of Last Call, on the end of his first album, where he was talking about how he got discovered, all the stuff that he had to do coming up in Chicago and getting people to take him seriously as a rapper. And this song really focuses on where he came from, that Jay-Z always believed in him, who Jay-Z was, as far as in the rap game, and then to him, and essentially saying he would not be where he was if it wasn't for Jay-Z. There is a quote that I don't know who it goes to, but if I seem tall, it's because I stand on the shoulders of giants. And that, I think, is basically the main theme for this. And with Kanye being so pro Kanye,
same here.
A lot of, I mean, yes, of course, but Kanye is Kanye's biggest fan. But it is beautiful to see when the biggest ego in the room is able to take a step back and say, I do always feel like a general, but when I'm in front of this man, I'm the soldier. I am the biggest Kanye in the world, but if it wasn't for Jay-Z, then there would be no Kanye. For Kanye to be able to give those flowers at the end of this trilogy, which is one of the best 3 album runs that we've seen in hip hop. Shout out to Kanye. This shit is either A or S. You can do what you want with that.
I think I'm gonna put it in A, and this is why I'll tell you, because that album is stacked. And I guarantee there are, and I don't care about other people, like other people's opinion, but I guarantee that's not the first song you would go to on that album.
It's not.
So
it's probably not the 5th.
It's not even. Yeah, it's probably not even. Maybe it's the 6th, but I think
Flashing Lights, Good Life. Stronger is on there. I liked Barry Bonds. It's probably not a better song.
I like Barry Bonds, but I would say it's probably like around the same as that one.
It's probably around 5 or so, but great. Shout out to and then 2 more albums he did. Like, I don't think he stopped with the classic albums until maybe like the 6th album or something.
I don't know. I mean, this is a controversial opinion, but my favorite is Jesus. And actually, damn, I don't know. Is it 808s and Heartbreaks? I go between those two because I love the experimental Kanye. Like the Kanye that is like weird. The ones that like people tend to hate the most is the ones I gravitate to, and I don't know why. Maybe that says something about me, but
he's very polarizing. But I do like that he forces the audience to make a decision. It is a lot like punk rock in the sense of like, you're not going to be neutral about this. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And Kanye's first, I mean, after this album, he had 808s, which was crazy experimental. You can say that it's probably one of the most influential popular music albums that came out post 2000. And then after that, he had My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is maybe his best album. Like, I don't know if it's your favorite, but as far as front to back, taking it seriously, no fat on the album, just
the Runaway alone on that album, crazy. I remember hearing that song for the first. I think he performed it at the MTV Music Awards before it was dropped.
Just the MPC.
And I was insane. Imagine making an entire fucking crowd go crazy with one note, hitting the E. I think it's the E. So,
just crazy.
Insane. So A tier for that song. Most other Kanye's, songs will probably be an A, but I think that's a good spot for it. All right. Next, we're gonna go back a couple generations.
Oh, good.
We're gonna hit this one right here. It's the Beatles.
Certified classic.
Hey Jude. Now, the song is like, I think it's more memorable with the music video, but the song is written about John Lennon's son. Paul McCartney wrote it about John Lennon's son during the divorce of John and his first wife.
I didn't know that.
The public relation with John and Yoko. I think his son, John Lennon's son, felt a little bit like at an odd place in his life, having like his parents divorced. And like there was also like, if you know, there's a little bit of drama between John Lennon and his first wife, some abuse allegations. So I think that was all like being very, very public at the time. And the song was written for him by Paul McCartney to have him be like, hey, like everything's going to be okay. And like, I don't know about you, but just having a song written about me by Paul McCartney himself would be like, out of this world. Like it's hard to believe it. I'm sure he wrote songs about other specific people and events and stuff, but this one is like directly for John Lennon's son. This
is probably the most Songfinch song of all of these, where it's actually like there's a newborn son. We do expecting songs or just songs particularly with one recipient's name in it. So yeah, I did not know that. That's an interesting backstory, and certainly this song is legendary. It's probably regardless of how we feel, even if it's not your favorite. Like it's so. Yeah. You go to
it's not even the best
games.
Beatles song.
Yeah,
like I could literally think of maybe 10 Beatles songs that would go in S by itself, but just for the sake of like specifics, like you can't go more specific than writing a song about your band member's son.
Yeah, but that na 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 that's legendary. It has to be at the top.
Jude. Yeah. All right, next up is a song that I think I introduced you to a little before we started the video.
Yes, sir.
Holiday in Cambodia by the Dead Kennedys. Now, I'm a huge Dead Kennedys fan. My favorite era is like 70s and 80s punk rock. I don't know why. I can't really have a specific reason, but I just the sound that like those kinds of songs make have always appealed to me. This song I like heard crazy amounts growing up because I had a CD and like I would just play it like not thinking about what it is, but it's actually about the invasion in Cambodia during the Vietnam War. The song has like kind of like an ironic kind of tone to it, holiday in Cambodia, like going towards it, but it's it's kind of just giving like not a parody but kind of like a comical way of like thinking of something a little bit more political. I kind of enjoy it like on a listen. Like I would listen to it maybe in the car, but I probably wouldn't play it with anybody else around. How'd you feel about it when I played it for you?
No, it's definitely a special song. It made me think of Jimi Hendrix's take on the Star Spangled Banner because it was influenced by his time fighting in Vietnam, and then there's certain parts in the song where it's talking about the rockets blasting in the air, and then he will actually go and do his own thing. That's essentially painting the picture of war or what those lyrics are singing. And a lot of the song, we sing it as far as at games as just this is this beautiful anthemic song, but in a lot of ways it's very dark, and it's telling a story that really traumatized Jimmy. And so his version of it is definitely social commentary, and it's taking a spin on
like what you usually would know about the song, like what you would think at least.
Absolutely, and it does lean kind of comical at certain times, like you were saying with the Dead Kennedy song. So
yeah, but like I said, it doesn't have too much of a like music wise and tone wise. Like I wouldn't really play it for other people. I would just listen to it, and if it came on, I probably won't skip it. I think just for that alone, I think I might throw it in C. Because it's not like the worst song, it has a good message. I think C is a good spot for it.
And what do we have as B, the Pina Colada song?
Yes.
Dang, so the cheating song beat the social commentary Vietnam song? Okay, hey, no. We're just stating the facts. Let's keep on pushing.
Let's keep on going. Well, if you want to go a little bit, stay in the political realm.
Yes, sir.
We got the 1992, or April 29th, 1992 by Sublime, which was written and inspired by the riots in L.A., the Rodney King situation. I think it was written from both perspectives, like probably like starting off like the song was probably about Rodney King, and then it develops into like, oh wait, the city's rioting. Why are they rioting? Are they rioting about Rodney King? Are they rioting just because they can? So it kind of takes these twists and turns. The song is from the perspective of somebody that's a looter. So So when you hear it, like it's somebody who's out looting, but you don't know why they're looting. Like, are they looting to make a statement? Are they looting just because it's an opportunity?
Yeah.
But regardless of that, like the song, you knew the song beforehand. I think it's a really, really like, it's one of those songs like a driving song. Like it's just nice and enjoyable. It's not too crazy. It has like a nice flow to it. Like there's a little bit of samples that are included inside of it.
I think it's got a high replay value for sure.
Yeah, high replay value. I think that alone, I think making it kind of lasting, R.I.P. Bradley. I think I would put it maybe A or B. Just because I would probably still listen to this. I think people who haven't heard it will enjoy it. It's not too far off from like stuff you would hear now. I would think B or A's here. What do you think?
I'm thinking probably A. Just based off of the intention and the lasting power, and this is the one with the iconic drum sample. Yeah. So the one that we were talking about earlier? Yeah.
No, it's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think basically with just the intention of what it was talking about and the replay value, it should go as an A.
All right. I'm not going to fight that one. I like that one. Well, let's talk about the one that you were just talking about. When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
Now, it's funny because this song is about the levee in Mississippi and causing a flood. Is an event that I can't remember the date, but it was something that actually happened. The song was written for that. But more memorable, the song is sampled, probably one of the most sampled songs of all time. That iconic drum beat is used. I know the Beastie Boys have used it. I think Jay-Z's used it. Yeah. It's such an iconic like sample loop that it kind of like gives it an extra step. Led Zeppelin had a bunch of hits. Stairway to Heaven is probably their most iconic. But this one, John Bonham, the drummer, just killed the intro. So much that like you hear it now and you can think of a 1,000 songs. I can't think of like I think I'm just blanking right now, but I know I've heard it in a Beastie Boys song. The funny thing about Led Zeppelin is they have been criticized for stealing a lot of their songs. Stairway to Heaven was like a song by a band called Spirit, called Taurus, I believe. If you listen to the similarities, you can kind of hear it. But no, there's a great saying that says, the best artists steal. I can't remember the first part of it. But it reigns true with this band. I've heard that, and I think I might have heard Kanye say it. Kanye, what's funny? Kanye steals so many like drum beats, but like he repurposes them. He uses them in like a new context. He has a new song out, Heaven or Hell. I don't know if you saw it. It came out like 2 days ago.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's it has a sample of "Everybody's Got to Make a Living." What song is that? Come on, tip your tongue.
Everybody got to make a living. I don't know.
Everybody's screaming at us.
I know it's right.
Everybody's screaming fucking at us. Don't be fooled by the J-Lo song. The beginning of that. Yes, it's a J-Lo song. Jenny from the Block.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. I was there. I was there when it was out.
Yep. Yeah. So he samples the beginning of that in the new song. Yeah. But back to Led Zeppelin song. I think the iconic like drum beat itself would put it maybe in B. But the topic, it's not very. It is a specific topic, but I wouldn't say it's a memorable topic. Like not many people know about that. What Levee they're talking about. It
probably can go into the B category. As far as people being inspired by others, I think all great art is inspired by something else. How many actual original ideas are there out here? I think what's his name, Zuckerberg said in the Social Network movie, just, the Winklevi made a chair and then I made a recliner. Does that mean that I owe them something because they put something on 4 legs? I made a better one. Yeah. So, hey.
Well, that's a good comparison right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good, man. I mean, things are inspired.
Next up, let's do this one right here. Let's do Buffalo Soldier by Bob Marley.
Straight heat.
Straight heat. Now, this song is specifically about getting slaves from Africa, bringing them to America, and then making them fight in the Spanish War. I think specifically it was the Spanish War, but I think it could be taken more general about like the U.S. government taking advantage of like African Americans and black people at the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do you feel about this song? What's your
I think that he paints a great picture in it, basically saying that the war that we fought here, my understanding, this is terrible. Clearly, I'm a music person. I thought that this was a civil war. That there was basically, we're fighting slaves. We're fighting the North versus the South, and we are going to get people who we brought from Africa overseas to the Caribbean, and then we're going to actually have them fight in this war. And there's a lot of forgotten black soldiers in the Civil War, because a lot of people just feel like the only black people that were there were just slaves. And so this was a song, one, showing his Caribbean roots, but also that he had ties to the American struggle that, we still see remnants of and effects of this
He's
to
trying
this
to
day.
support his like brothers and sisters and like basically being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a beautiful song.
I think if we were to put this anywhere other than S,
it's wrong.
We would get we'd be wrong. We'd get yelled at.
Yeah, Buffalo Soldier is S all day.
It's definitely an S tier song. All right, now we're gonna go in a completely different direction.
Shit's bananas.
Shit is bananas. Gwen Stefani's "Hollaback Girl." Now this song, I got it produced by Pharrell. One of the most iconic hooks is that bridge, maybe the bananas part. Yeah. It's the reason everybody knows how to spell bananas correctly.
Yes.
It has like I said, that booming beat made by Pharrell.
Yeah.
But the song was, not only did it break her away from No Doubt, like it kind of was her first hit as her solo career. The song was written about Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain's former wife, widow. There was an interview where Courtney Love was talking about how music is basically like a high school, and she's not interested in being like a cheerleader, and she compared Gwen Stefani to being a cheerleader. So then after Gwen Stefani heard that, she made the fucking cheerleader anthem.
I can see the video and all the that's amazing. I did not know that.
There's a lot of songs actually written about Courtney Love. After like looking this, like when I was making this list, "Heart Shaped Box" by Nirvana is about her coochie.
That's
box, and then there's a Foo Fighters song as well by Dave Grohl, the drummer of Nirvana. Written about her and how like they had beef and all that. But yeah, it seems like people don't really like Courtney Love.
She's like Yoko.
Pretty much.
Dang. That's crazy. I didn't know that. This song is fire. Shout out to Pharrell. This is a lunchroom beat. Right. Like, how
it's one of those that you can make.
Lil Ma's lip gloss, Lil Mama lip gloss. This has a beat like that.
Yeah.
So I just remember cafeteria people beating on with that. She was so innovative. I don't think that it's the tier of like Busta and Missy were as far as how they approached every single video, but even in the No Doubt days, Gwen Stefani always came correct. Right. Very memorable with the visual as well as the sonics, and I did not know the backstory with that, so it has to. Oh, woof! All right, I'm gonna let you go with it first.
Damn, I love this song. I think the beat, this is going to be very, very specific, but I really, really like the little guitar lick in it, in the ooh, That's my shit. There's like a little guitar, subtle. It's very subtle, but that has stuck in my head. I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah,
that is like one of those earworms that like I can never not hear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could put it anywhere other than A. If you think I should put it in S, that's fine.
I don't think it goes to S.
You don't think it's S?
It's not.
I think A is probably where it deserves to go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I like that. Great video too. The music video is like one of the most iconic things, except for her culturally appropriating Japanese girls for some reason. But hey, what can you do? It's 2000 whatever.
Yeah. Do we look back on that as cultural appropriation?
I don't know. I mean, she just had them in they were props. Like basically.
I do remember being a kid, specifically thinking she does really strong Asian casting. Yeah. Like this is intentional. I didn't see it as a problem, but more so of I think this. I guess this is her preference of what she's putting forth. But from my understanding of appropriation, I think if she was acting like she was Asian. So I think that she just had a preference in casting. Which
there's nothing wrong with having like an aesthetic.
Yeah,
at least my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, we'll leave it at that. We got 2 left here. Now we'll go with this one right here. Lil Wayne's Kobe Bryant. Pretty easy to know what it's about. Yeah, I think it was written after his second championship without Shaq. Or his first.
It was like 2008 or 2009. Yeah, they beat the Celtics. That super team.
I believe that was probably 2010 then. The 2010 championship.
2010. I was in high school, and I remember a room that I was in, and I would not have been in this room if it was 2010. Gotcha. So it had to be 2008 or 2009. It was probably 2009. But that team: Doc Rivers, Kevin Garnett,
Paul Pierce,
Rondo, and Ray Allen. And they lost to that team as well. But
the year before.
Okay, so they lost the year before, and then he beat them that next year?
I think he lost. Then in the following year, he beat the Orlando Magic. And then he went back and then beat Boston.
Man. So one line I remember in this song is basically Lil Wayne acknowledging that LeBron was towards the top of being the king of the league, but you're not there yet. I think he said, "Don't worry, Bron, get him next year." And that very much stuck with me. I did not know before this song came out that he was such a big either Lakers or Kobe fan. Wayne was on fire at this time.
This was the highlight, of mixtape Wayne. If you're a fan of this channel, everyone here loves Lil Wayne.
There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one Wayne. And I think another little cool fact is he does not curse once in this song.
Really?
Yeah. And if you I listened to it on the way here, and I was like, because I kind of know the song, I can't rap it off the top of my head, but when the song's playing, it's kind of easier to go along with it. And not one curse in the entire song.
Did he? Because I can't remember looking back on ESPN or anything. Did he get it synced to? A basketball game, or maybe like a Kobe.
Well, there's like an announcement sample of Kobe making shots in the song. And then the music video that's on YouTube is just clips of Kobe, and it's like him doing the stuff that Lil Wayne is describing. But I think that's probably just a fan made thing. I think he just made the song and put it out there, the same way that all his other mixtape songs were made. You just would rap it and then drop it, but. I think he specifically probably did it for Kobe because he's a fan. Yeah,
I don't particularly. He put out so many mixtapes back then. I don't remember it being on one.
I think it was just a single.
Which is crazy because he had the Dedication series, the Drought series, the Drought is Over series, New Orleans Nightmare, all of that shit. And I feel like this was just a Lucy that was fire.
I think it was, and it is fire. It's probably I don't know. I'm not going to say it's in the top 25 of Lil Wayne, but
that's an unfair game to play, but that would be an interesting list.
Real quick, what is your favorite Lil Wayne song? Just off top hit.
BMJR off the Carter one.
Damn.
I could rap the whole song. I could rap the whole song.
So we did a tier list. We did a tier list, and that's the one that won. That's crazy.
That song is amazing, and I think it's very underrated. So I don't know who tiered it, but whoever was doing it, y'all got a good mind. That's what's up.
That's a good song. I think my favorite, not on substance because it's not his best song at all. But Pussy Money Weed is like it's just a song and single. Actually, yeah, I'll put single over Pussy Money Weed. Single is like a song I could just vibe to, and it's
single.
Yeah.
Is it on?
I think it's on. I'm Not a Human Being. It could be or something like that.
It's on an album. It's not a mixtape.
I think he dropped it on a mixtape and then he put it on an album.
Okay.
Yeah, and a funny thing about that song is on the album it says featuring Drake, but Drake's nowhere to be found on the song.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I saw that one time. I was like, where the fuck is Drake on this song? Unless like he produced it or something or wrote
did
it.
some writing.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, I know that's not the most popular opinion. I know people are gonna fucking probably hate that. That's one of my favorite, but. Hey.
So I mean, with Wayne, it's so difficult, and we will get back to. But it's like Wayne is a tangent in itself.
Yes.
Some of his biggest fans, their favorite songs are deep cuts, and they could be from.
You can't say that about another artist.
They could be like, "I Feel Like Dying."
Oh,
is
God,
it's not even like a crazy lyrical song, but like. That was a moment when it came out. Yeah. I specifically remember that song. I love "Feel Me" off of the Carter 2, which is like a half interview, half song. But I mean, yeah, you can say your favorite songs are, I don't know, Fireman.
Well, Go DJ was
Go DJs.
my introduction to him, which is like on I think that's on the Carter, on the first one. And I remember like, I was like, oh, this guy is like sick. I'm gonna follow his career, and I did not expect like the career that he had. Like I thought, at the time I'm a little younger, so I expect like, oh, like my comprehension of like music artists is like, oh, they're on MTV, like I'll download their music. Like, and it's crazy meeting people from like like you're from Chicago, so like I'm sure what was popular in Chicago is different than what's popular here. What's popular in Atlanta, Miami, like is different than what was here. And just being from here, I think it's the fact that it's like Los Angeles, like the bottlenecks a bunch of music that they would promote on TV.
Yeah.
So it kind of maybe stopped me from like learning a little bit more. But once I heard that song, I knew that Lil Wayne was special.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Manny Fresh. That was a Manny Fresh beat. And he was the battery behind all of, the Hot Boys, Big Timers, Cash Money, and really like that New Orleans bounce introduction to mainstream hip hop. So he was a beast.
I always
still is.
Every time I hear the word Gator, I always sing it out loud, like Gator boots, like that's it. And I don't go like with I just Gator boots. I love that shit.
No, I love how he used to start his beats with "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, chickens, ducks, all that shit in between."
that was a specific.
That was I think it was T.I. The Greatest on Urban Legend. But he did that a couple times. God, that was just "Ladies and gentlemen."
Was Rubber Band Man on Urban Legend?
No, that was on Trap Music.
Damn, Rubber Band Man is a banger.
That's a David Banner beat.
David Banner, Like a Pimp. I remember I downloaded that song on LimeWire. Actually, just kidding.
It was just part of the time.
I remember
we were music runners back then.
That song, Like a Pimp. My mom, bless her heart, doesn't know too much English, right? Around, I don't know why, but I played that song and she threw the CD out. And I don't know why, but she knew what that song was saying, and I'm like, Mom, like that's my only version of that song. Like I have to go download it again. God, it's so funny. I love David Banner. Man,
he's awesome. Great producer, great rapper in general. Apparently, I don't have the price on that song, but T.I. got that beat for very cheap. Yeah. I believe it was like less than $10,000.
David Banner is Mississippi?
Yeah, Mississippi. Okay. T.I. is Atlanta, but like, David Banner, he was the man in the South, producing, rapping. He had his own thing. And T.I. basically said, I've got money for this song. I don't have the amount of money that you want to get this for, but I promise you I am the illest rapper that you know. And if you give this song to me, it's going to go farther with me than anybody else. Right. And David was just like, whatever. He gave it to him, and then it turned into Rubber Band Man.
Damn, insane. He actually probably maybe like propelled him a little bit in his career.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
That's a good hookup right there. But we're talking about Lil Wayne's Kobe Bryant song now.
That's fair. That's fair. Man, so much.
Like, sorry for but we're music people. We fucking go down these rabbit holes. Now, I've been complimenting Wayne all this, but it's a pretty forgettable song. Like R.I.P. Kobe, like my favorite basketball player of all time. I think this song maybe would go in C. Maybe.
Yeah,
B.
I mean, honestly, if we're just looking at
Avril
Lavigne's song, probably had more impact than this song.
You think so? Actually, you know what? You're probably right. All right, yeah. Don't hate us for this. But
I'm saying it's like we love Lil Wayne. He's a GOAT, and R.I.P. Kobe. He's amazing. But I mean, we're just talking about the song, and we're ranking it on here. It's honestly, do you think? Anyway, let's not start.
Hey, if you think differently, comment down below. Tell me why. Tell me why I should never talk about music ever again. But nah, I think that's a good spot. Like, I'm sure there are Lil Wayne songs that we would put at the very, very top if, like, depending on the category. But for this specific reason, I think that's a good place.
Tie My Hands is a song that was made specifically about Hurricane Katrina and a song for New Orleans saying that the city is being extremely neglected and they don't think that rappers have an eye on this, but he sees exactly what's going on and he thinks it's fucked up.
Yeah, that would have been S or A.
Yeah. Probably A. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Lil Wayne's got jams, but this one is, I mean, it's a song about a basketball player.
At the end of the day, that's basically what it beats down to.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got our final song here. It's American Pie by Don McLean. Written for Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper about the plane crash.
The day the music died.
The day the music died. I knew the song, the chorus again is another catchy chorus, another example of a song sounding happy, but it's really, really sad. But when looking up research for this video, I didn't know how specific the lyrics were towards Buddy Holly. Like, it talks about his wife. It talks about him being on a paper route. Like, Don McLean was a paper boy when he found out, and he found out the day he went to go pick up the papers to deliver.
Yeah.
And I think just having having a little bit of backstory on this song specifically gives it a little bit more, impact. But it's also an iconic song. I think people probably misunderstand it a little bit. They probably don't know too much that it's about that.
Yeah.
But I think given the context, it does levitate a little bit more. I think it will probably go in S.
The idea of something like this happening in present day is insane.
They were Richie Valens and Buddy Holly. Richie Valens was coming up, and then Buddy Holly was like right there. So this is essentially let's see who can we compare it to.
I mean,
picture Playboy Cardi and Trippie Redd. I guess it's someone. Somewhat. It's kind of a.
So I was gonna go even bigger. Do you think Richie Valens was on the level of a Bad Bunny?
Okay, that's a good one. I would say. Who are you comparing it to? Who's the Buddy Holly in the situation? Maybe Drake.
Stop it. That's just disrespectful. Drake is one of the big. You can't be compared to Drake.
No. You know what? Here's a good one. Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo.
Just very young, extremely talented. The future is so bright. Huge followings behind them, and then it's just like that.
And it's like that.
Or it's kind of how we lost Aaliyah in one plane crash, but then if two other artists in
similar
neighboring but not the same genres was all on the same plane.
Can I give out one? Would you say Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z?
Ooh, that's right.
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
On the same day. I mean, it was tough as far as...
Tupac and Biggie, that's...
96, 97, 98 is Tupac, Biggie, and then Big L.
Yeah.
I mean, Big L was not on the popularity level, but you talk about a rapping-ass beast.
That's a good comparison, Biggie and Big L, because both from New York. I don't know if did they have a song together? I know he had a song. Big L had a song with Jay-Z.
No. Tupac and Big L have a song. I don't know if it was posthumous.
Is it All Black, I think?
Danger Zone. Deadly Combination.
Deadly Combination.
Danger Zone is him and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The way I rhyme. Yeah.
Damn, that's like young Jay-Z. Damn.
Yeah.
The way you rock. Yeah, he has that like inflection that kind of loses over time.
Yeah. Hungry. Like he's ready to out-rap anybody.
Yeah. But no, yeah, this song, now that I'm thinking about it, like I would probably put it like A or S. I'll let you decide. I think A is a good spot, like iconic, but
I think it's S. What do you compare it to? I mean, what the song is about, the metaphor to American music, American Pie, like
the day the music died.
Yeah, and the fact that it has lasted for so long, I think it's got to go to S. Regardless of how you.
I'll agree with you right there.
I don't listen to the song, but I got to respect what it is, what the intention was, and how long it's lasted. So,
damn, I think we did a pretty good list right here.
Dude, let's revisit B and C and see if any of those need, because I'm confident in S.A. I'm cool with D.
I'm cool with D. Now, okay, so let's do Pina Colada, When the Levee Breaks, and Holiday in Cambodia.
I'm feeling pretty irresponsible with the Pina Colada above, so I feel like we should.
I feel you. I'm right there with you.
Let's keep the political ones at B, and then let's move the cheating song to C.
C for cheating.
Hey, there you go.
There you go. Okay. All right. The Pina Colada song, what do I associate it with? I'm thinking maybe a movie, but maybe a commercial. I think the chorus is like probably the most memorable thing about it. And then once you hear it and you know the context, it kind of like sticks in your mind a little bit more. But yeah, I think C is probably a good spot for it.
I feel like I know.
He definitely didn't make another hit after that.
I mistake this song for Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville.
Margaritaville, yeah.
And it's not that song.
Nope.
So I think just based off of that, it should be moved around. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. Oh,
yeah, shout out Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, he's got hotels and stuff.
In Paradise.
Right. He turned a song and flipped it into like a whole island thing.
He made like a restaurant, right?
Yes, restaurants and hotels, and it all was flipped off of this song.
Yeah.
That's a real hustler's ambition. You got to respect that.
Fuck. All right, yeah. I think this is a pretty good list. I think we got it. If you guys disagree and think we should have moved some other songs on here, some other place, let us know. If I'm missing a song that is about a specific reason that you would add on here, also comment it down below. Tell us again about Songfinch and what you do and how they can reach you.
Yes, so you can find us at songfinch.com. We make songs for any and every occasion. If you want a song for your boy, you want a song for your girl, your brother, your mother, your cousin, your neighbor, any type of mood. Again, we make songs in hip-hop, singer-songwriter, acoustic pop, folk, country, rock. Valentine's Day is coming up. There's always birthdays and anniversaries going on. Basically, you place a song order. You give us your details, and you will get a song back in 7 days. That information goes through our music team, and we make absolutely unforgettable gifts. I think if you are looking for something to wow the person that you love or that you care about, or that it is really difficult to give gifts, the gift of music is something that always continues to give back. So if you want it to be a song that they can listen to more than just on their birthday, they don't have to mention the occasion, and it can just be a song that highlights your favorite memories. Songfinch.com, check us out. And yeah, appreciate that. But I want to go to real quick, I know y'all are gonna give me shit about Erykah Badu, Tyrone. Y'all need to talk to some sisters, you need to talk to some brothers, you need to go to a cookout or two, go to a black karaoke joint and play that, and I tell you, the crowd is going up. It's going to be in unison. You will not see people singing back. You would think it's gospel and you miss church, okay? I'm not wrong about this. It's number one on the S part for a reason. Yeah. That's all I have, my brother.
You're good. Thanks again for coming, man. If you want to follow me on Instagram, go to Totally Michael. Follow my YouTube channel, Second Person View. I'll put the links for that and for your website in the description. Until then, thanks for joining us at the Comedy Trap House. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate y'all.